Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Might and Magic VIII completionist 100% run. Now, believe it or not, we are almost done with this series. There are only a few things left for us to do. Last episode, of course, we got through what is by far going to be the grindiest part of this entire series, which was, getting through all of those stat pedestals. And the reason it was a grind was because there's no way to get them to refresh other than by simply elapsing large amounts of in-game time. In particular, the game pedestal in the Daggerwound Islands, which there's only one of those in the entire game world. So the only way to get it to cycle through all 7 stats is literally by getting the Daggerwound Island region to reset 6 times, because you get one at the beginning. So you need to elapse 12 years of in-game time to get the remaining 6. So that was an ordeal, but you know what? It's done. We're through it. No reason to dwell on it any longer. This episode, we're going to be doing something that is considerably more fun. We're going to be doing arena combat. Now, arena combat is something that's been around since, it was there in Might and Magic VI, Might and Magic VII as well. Might and Magic VII had I think there was one promotion quest which required you to win arena battles. Might and Magic VI, I don't think it had any arena-related quests. And in Might and Magic VIII, once again, there are no quests to do with the arena, but it's just a fun extra thing to do, and I don't think this completionist run would quite be complete without at least showing you what arena combat is like. We're going to be doing it a few times. Now, the arena, the way you get to it is you get there from the caravans in Ravenshore on Sunday. Unfortunately, right now it's already Sunday, and it's already too late for us to do anything, so we're going to have to wait a week, which is a bit of a bummer. One thing I'm going to do, though, is quickly I'm going to head to Balthazar Lair. Now, this is going to be annoying, because this place will have these enemies will have come back.
Wish I knew.
And it's always annoying, because they're going to be killing the civilians. And it really is. I wish the game was scripted a bit better so that these guys wouldn't come back. Anyway, the reason I'm here is just I want to just have this place cleared out, because there are some useful shops in here that have high level stuff in them that I would really like to retain access to. Now, I need to make sure that our noble bone bows are unequipped for this. Okay. And because we no longer have a veteraness in our party, and we only have Blackthorn, who has master level water magic, we are going to have to basically clear this area again. This is a bit of a delay to the episode. It's just something that I wanted to get done quickly. Just because we'd have to do it eventually. And ooh, we're at the magic shop. Let me just quickly.
It's closed.
Of course it's closed. What? Like, It's past midnight. Of course, it's closed. So we're not actually gonna go into any of the shops. We're just going to clear it out, and then we'll do, you know, the rest of the things that I had planned. Maybe I shouldn't have done this right now, but I think it'll be fine. I don't think there are that many rooms. Ooh, no, don't think there are that many rooms left.
We did it.
All right. So far, so good. Haven't accidentally hit any of our Minotaur friends. They are all still green dots on the map, which is fantastic. Okay. Any of us gained any levels throughout all this? No. Okay. Come on, let's not draw this out longer than it needs to be. Come on. Take you down as well, and there can't be that many rooms left to clear. There aren't any down there. No, that's just the room. Okay. Let's continue on this way. Come on. We'll... Okay, where in this map have we not gone? I think maybe at this... the entrance?
We did it.
Well, clearly there is something other than... Ooh, I thought I saw red dots? No. There's something else. Okay. So, hang on. Where exactly is it? This area? Have we not gone down here? Is that the problem? No. There are no enemies there. But we could town portal away from there if we wanted to. But there are enemies here-ish. Okay, this is getting out of hand. I really don't like the... Well, I mean, the design of the area is fine. I just don't like the very unfortunate oversight that these enemies will respawn. Whereas, realistically, the enemies should be a one-time spawn that should never come back after you clear it the first time. Now...
We're unable to rest here.
Yeah, we can't rest. We couldn't even town portal from the spot if we wanted to. They're not there. Where have I not been? I've definitely been down here multiple times. Okay, what if we go up to the left and then to the right?
We have crushed it.
Okay, just one jerk standing there ruining everybody's day. And now he's dead, and now this area is fine. Okay, now everything is great. The reason I cleared it out was because for next episode, I will need access to the potion shop and the magic shop. But for now, we're fine. For now, we can just go back to Ravenshore and... well, since we are killing a whole other week of in-game time, we might as well fly to Garrote Gorge and see if we can pick up some horseshoes. I think the Garrote Gorge map will have reset. Alright, let's quickly do that, and then we'll come back and we'll do our arena combat. We'll cast Flight first, then Invisibility, just because I don't want anyone to bother me. We're gonna... Well, we don't need Wizard Eye specifically. We can just fly into the castle this way, and see if the horseshoes are back. Indeed, 3 of them ready to be picked up. And no reason not to just drink them right away. Ooh, one other thing I need to do is we had a couple potions that you are carrying. That you're carrying. Endurance and luck. Personality goes here. So we do need it. An endurance potion. Hang on, something isn't right. Intellect, luck, speed, might, accuracy, endurance goes this way. There we go. And this one was luck. Yeah, might as well just tell you, next episode I plan on just getting all of the black potions done. Which is why I needed to have access to Balthazar Lair, because you can buy black potions pretty easily there. We are actually full on, so I want 6 of them. 1 each for all of these guys, plus 1 extra for Veterinus, because I kind of consider him to be a semi, permanent party member, because he was with us for some important moments. But anyway, that's enough of that. It's almost time for the arena combat to begin, finally, after too long of a wait. Let's go to Ravenshore. Let's rest at the inn for a day. Oh. And then let's...
The store is closed.
Really? The inn is closed? Are you actually serious right now?
Welcome. A quiet
Anyway, let's just rest, and then let's go to the arena. Finally, let's get this show on the road.
ready to go.
Alright. Now,
Let's investigate.
similar to previous games, you can't save your game in the arena. No saving allowed in the arena, but one thing you can do is you can cast your buffs before the combat begins. So what I'm gonna do is I know the spells that I need. Basically almost all of them are from me rather, from my character. Day of the Gods, Hour of Power, and Day of Protection. There's, I think, one additional spell. Spirit magic spell called Preservation, I believe. Which will delay health, which will delay death if you drop below the minimum number of hit points that you need. Okay, so I think that's about all we can do. The rest involves talking to the arena master and picking which difficulty you want to fight. The arena of life and death. Of course, we aren't interested in lower difficulties. We're gonna go straight away for Lord, and I'm gonna go into this corner, and I'm gonna cast, well, I'm gonna go into turn-based mode, and we're gonna take a look at the enemies in front of us. Now, unfortunately, this is a bit of a spoiler. Crystal Guardians are an enemy that we haven't encountered yet, but they are one of the higher level enemies in the game. What I'm trying to do is I was waiting until Elspeth was selected,
This could be tough.
because she is our party member who has Grandmaster Identify Monster, and we'll just take a look at their stats.
There's some power.
They don't really have any spells. Their attack is an air attack, which deals a significant amount of damage. They're resistant to every element, but they have no physical resistances. They're pretty tough enemies. But we are a pretty tough party, and I think we're going to be equal to the task. They're also going to be coming towards us to attack us in melee, which is
Hey!
okay with me, because I hope they didn't break anything. Okay. I
Watch it!
don't think these guys are gonna be breaking our stuff, which was a pretty obnoxious mechanic,
I got it!
because enemies can break your stuff willy-nilly, but in order to repair it, you have to specifically drag it to the inventory of the party member with the repair skill, so it's a bit of a... It can get annoying, but fortunately I don't think our stuff is getting broken. These dragons might be a little bit more cavalier about potentially breaking our things. So far, I think we're doing okay. One challenge with fighting dragons is that the hitboxes are really strange. They are attacking us in... Oh, I'm trying to look up. They're attacking us in melee, but in order for us to attack them consistently in melee, you have to do it at really weird... See, at this angle, we are hitting them, but because, like, Ithilgor's missile attack isn't hitting them properly because it's going into this wall, maybe we should look in this direction, and now Ithilgor's attack is hitting them. And, like, they'll bob up and down, and sometimes they'll go... like, their hitbox will shift slightly, and instead of landing my 200 plus, melee damage attacks, I'll do like trivial 12 points of damage with the bow, which is pretty annoying. As you can see, we're doing pretty well against these enemies. We fought dragons before, so we know that we're okay against them, and as we've seen, we're also pretty decent against these crystal guardians.
We got it!
It's our devastatingly high melee damage that's really carrying us through this.
Ow!
If we had Veteranus in our party, and if we'd leveled up his dark magic, we could do some pretty devastating damage, but we'd also have to be careful if we were using the Dragon Breath spell. That's a nice amount of gold. We'd also have to be pretty careful about doing damage to ourselves, whereas with this party loadout, with the Noble Bone Bows unequipped, I guess we can re-equip them now.
Backpack's full.
We don't have to worry that much about accidentally nuking ourselves. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to Balthazar there, and now we're gonna just see if we can get a couple extra diamonds for ourselves. I'm tempted to also check the apothecary, but I'm gonna do that next episode. I've already had enough distractions.
We got some good stuff here.
Ooh, vampire cloak. Ooh, and 2 diamonds. Of course I'm gonna buy them. And what else? Anything else? You know what, I'm just gonna buy this unenchanted vampire cloak. And nothing else
Thanks for the business.
seems exciting. I'll give you this, and we can finally get rid of this Alvar Cloak of Might.
We got some good stuff here.
We also didn't need any more...
Thanks for the business.
Didn't need any more luck potions because we're full. We also don't need any more might or endurance. Okay. Good to know.
We got some good stuff here.
Don't know why I'm holding on to this. Oh, I was holding on to this just because I was holding on to some stuff to sell.
Thanks for the business.
But we don't really need money anymore. So we're fine. Okay, now I think we're gonna do another couple... Well, I'm gonna do one more arena combat, and I'm gonna see if the game spawns any new kinds of enemies. Because you do get a bit of a variety, but the problem is when you get really deep into the game and when your levels are really high, there are only a few enemy types that are that high level. So for example in Might and Magic VI, if your level got high enough, eventually the arena would spawn completely full of gold dragons and nothing else. So I want to... I was saying, should we level up? I don't know if these 3 levels are gonna be enough to push us into a different tier of arena enemies. So we'll do one more combat in the arena. Oh, we need to elapse 2 more days. We'll do one more combat in the arena. We'll get some experience. Maybe a couple more of our party members can level up, and then after we level up, we'll do one more combat after that, and we'll see if any new enemies spawn.
Need a coach? Ready to
I
go.
think that's gonna be the plan, and we'll do it just like we did before. Day of Protection, Hour of Power, Day of the Gods. I wish the recovery time wasn't so long, because usually, like, the reason I don't like the long recovery time is it really only makes a practical difference for spells cast inside combat. So I don't mind recovery time being long on things like Dragon Breath, right, or some other thing that you're casting in combat. Whereas spells like these, you're casting them before combat. So the only thing a long recovery time does is it annoys you, because like there's no danger involved. It's purely inconvenience and nothing else. You know what, I'm also going to cast Preservation. Even though we didn't really end up needing it. We'll do one more on Lord difficulty. And ooh, we do have some new enemies. We have the same Crystal Guardians, but this time we also have Sapphire Dragons. These guys might be a bit tougher. So that's one of you down.
There's some power.
Now they have an earth attack. They do 14d8 damage. They're resistant to everything, including physical. Okay. We're hunkering down in this corner, and we're taking enemies down one by one. Excuse me? You know what? I think being right in the corner is causing some of the
I don't know it.
ranged attacks to glitch out a little bit. So we're just gonna reposition slightly. Another enemy down. Oh.
Ow!
Okay, another dragon down. Ooh, we stunned the Great Worm. That's because we are master level mace with my main party member. Ah, God, it's so frustrating when they do a ranged attack instead because of the glitchy hitboxes, because that's a difference of 200 plus damage that we're missing out on because you stupidly didn't hit with your
Hey,
actual high level attack.
watch it!
Yeah, I don't like fighting flying enemies. For this reason, it is... Oh my god, Leanne! You have Grandmaster Armsmaster. The whole point of your build is to do melee damage. Don't use your bow. Just don't do it. Oh my god. Oh god, come on. Okay, maybe this angle is gonna be better for us.
Ow!
Got a few more guardians bearing down on us. Some big damage that we're dealing. Taking a few hits as well, but we're not in danger.
We got it!
So seems to be going okay. It's really and Ithilgor's shots are going into the the environment as well. Okay, this is
Wish I knew.
okay. This is getting a little bit annoying. Okay, I need to cast healing. Just because a bunch of garbage just happened. Now I'm gonna cast Power Cure. I'm gonna take down these Sapphire Dragons. They are ranged enemies, which means they are gonna be significantly more annoying than the other enemies. And because... oh god. Are they focusing me down? Is that what's going on? Am I gonna have to cast Shared Life? They've knocked me out twice, which means stuff is broken.
I've repaired it.
There's no room in the pack.
Did they break a second thing? No, just the armor. Okay. Seems fine so far. Okay. Just a couple enemies hiding behind here.
Watch it!
Yeah. When we can take enemies in melee damage, there's really there's
Hey!
really nothing that they can do.
Wish I knew.
Like, even with the super tanky amount of hit points that these Sapphire Dragons have,
There's
I'll remind you that they have 1300 when we're doing 200 plus per hit. It's really... I mean, the math is pretty straightforward from there. Okay, let's take this last enemy down. And you are gone. This gives us yet another Lord level victory at the arena, another 49,000 gold. And you can gain a couple of levels. I think now what we'll do is, now we'll go and train. We'll go to Balthazar there. We'll train. And I could be really cheesy and use the training as a way to get the shop to reset, but instead what I'll do is I will do all the training in one go, and then I'll just reset the shop once, which I think is a fair compromise. A bit of cheesiness, but also
Here for
making headway in the episode as well.
Well done. Here for well done.
And
Here for well done.
one level
Here
for
for
you,
well done. Here for well done.
2 levels for you,
Here for well done.
1 level for you, you're nearly at
Here
100,
for well done.
and 1 more level for you. Can we do anything with... Frustratingly, we can't quite get to Light Magic 44. You know what? It is worth it to put 1 more point into Light Magic. Every point we can put into Light Magic is worth its weight in gold, or, you know, in diamonds in this case. Just because it gives you a pretty noticeable boost in just everything, all of those super buff spells that we cast.
We got some good stuff here.
Okay, what are we looking for? It's another unenchanted vampire cloak,
Hit the
but we
got some
didn't
good
find
stuff
any
here.
diamonds, which is what we're looking for.
Hit the
So that's what we'll do. Come on.
We got some good stuff here. Hit the
I'll settle for even a single diamond.
We got some good stuff here. Hit the
Even just 1 diamond.
We got some good stuff here.
There's our 1 diamond that I asked for. And that is all we're gonna get. We've got some unenchanted
Thanks for the business.
dragoning boots. Does anybody need boots? Not really. We did get 1 more diamond, and in order to make use of this diamond, we've got to go to Murmur Woods. To get to Murmur Woods, we need to go through Alvar. Has this place reset? Yes, it has. A couple more horseshoes here as well. And the barrels have come back as well. You know what? Since we found the horseshoes, we don't really need to go to Alvar. Oop. We can put 1 more point right here. We don't need to go to Murmur Woods, rather. We're already in Alvar. You know what? I'm just gonna grab a couple of these barrels. And we're going to head back to Ravenshore, and we're going to do our last bit of arena combat for this episode. And we'll see if maybe we get some new collection of enemies. I have a feeling we probably won't. But let's just
Welcome. A quiet room,
let's
you said.
just check.
Welcome. A quiet room, you said.
Just check and see what we get. It is Sunday, April the 21st. Let's go to the arena. We want to accidentally go to Garrote
This
Gorge
is exciting.
instead. Alright, let's once again cast our spells. Once again, let's wait for the annoyingly long recovery time to pass by. And once again, let's cast this spell, and I'll even cast Preservation. Let's take a look at the kinds of stat bonuses we're getting out of this. Speed is pretty high for everyone. And you know what, I'm even going to cast Preservation because it did come in handy last time. Alright, let's do this. Lord Combat. And more of these enemies. I'm going to be more proactive about running these guys
Watch
down.
it. You did it.
I'm not going to just stand in the corner like last time. I think we've learned we can take these guys.
Ow.
And if we run around, we can maybe stop them from swarming us. So it's going to be a bit of a different tactic.
Got him. Watch it.
It's working out pretty well, I
Ow.
think.
Got it.
Do need to back off just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to cast Power Cure. And again, we're going to pick our targets.
Ow.
These Sapphire Dragons are hanging back, hitting us at range. So, you know, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm going to run them down. Oh, we need to cast Shared Life. Because we were... Well, sorry, was taking some pretty big hits. Crystal Guardian is down. This Crystal Guardian is down. This Sapphire Dragon is being a real pain. But he is gone. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Power Cure again. Alright. Now, mainly we just have these dragons left to fight. But this guy is being a bit of a jerk. And now he's dead. And then there's... these... I don't know why these platforms coming up and going down are there. I guess... like, they're... to make combat more interesting. But they just... seem more like a nuisance than anything else. You know what, I'm gonna fight these guys by coming in here. Maybe this will help us hit them in melee more consistently. Seems like it's working.
You did it. Ow.
Hey.
Alright, that worked reasonably well. So maybe that's the way to fight these dragons. Come up here and take melee hits at them while they're flying through these windows. Because when they're flying above you, it's really hard to get your party members to hit them and keep, you know, continually hitting them properly, as opposed to occasionally just stupidly launching an arrow at them. Anyway, the upshot of all of that is that you can gain a single level. And in terms of skill points, yeah, nothing really that we want to put into anything. Okay, let's collect our reward. Oh, we got slightly more gold. so we got pushed into the next reward bracket. But in terms of enemies, I think this might be it. I don't think the game is gonna spawn any new collection of enemies other than these. I think these are like the high level enemies that the game caps out on. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I actually think it's even more fun than arena combat in Might and Magic VI. The reason is, well, the reason is a little bit unfair. The reason is because in Might and Magic VI, the combat gets severely broken due to using blasters, and which just makes so much of the combat too easy. Whereas in this game, there are no blasters. Like, you have to use your proper, actual, you know, fantasy combat abilities. And it just makes the combat so much more satisfying. And the reason I'm saying that it's unfair is because you don't have to use blasters in Might and Magic VI. You always have the option of fighting normally, and indeed there were times where I refrained from using blasters just because I wanted, you know, to have that proper fantasy combat feel. But still, like, the fact that blasters exist does kind of ruin combat a little bit, whereas in this game I do think having actual, you know, hack and slash, sword and sorcery kind of combat, but like really beefed up when you're at high levels, I think the way that it's balanced in this game, it just works really well. And arena combat is one of the best ways to feel that, because outside of the arena you won't find that many concentrations of high level enemies. Like, you can go to dragon caves, but after you've killed all the dragons you'll have to wait like 6 months, a year, 2 years for the area to reset, whereas you can go to the arena every week. So it really is a great way to test out how strong your build is, how strong your party is. And I think we've just gotten confirmation, not that we needed it, but nonetheless we've gotten confirmation that our party is very strong indeed. Anyway, I do think that's going to be all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, do consider leaving a like. Next episode, of course, is going to be taking care of... I consider it to be a collectible, these potions, in the sense that you can only use them once. So getting the character to drink one of each stat potion is a thing that I can put on a list and then check off. So it's one of my completionist objectives. Next episode, we're gonna be taking care of the rest of these. We've already gotten most of them. We just need about, like, I don't know, 5 more potions. And then what we'll do is, after we've drunk all the potions, we might do one more arena combat, just to really celebrate. But anyway, that is going to be all for this episode. As I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're enjoying the series, do consider subscribing as well. But in either case, I'm just happy you're along for the ride, and I hope you'll stick around for the next episode as well. And until then, take care.